how to get older songs on new Spotify playlists. That's what I want to focus on today. But before I do that, I want to make sure you know my success tip, which is never allow waiting time to be wasted time. All right, I'm going to a meeting right now. I have 9 minutes to shoot this video and make it as much value. I got my laptop just in case. I'll bring a book. I'll have an audio book. Whenever you have downtime, use it wisely to grow yourself, your business, whatever it is. So you have older songs that have already been released on Spotify. How do you promote them? Maybe it's an older album, an old EP, or just an old song. But you need to understand, whether it's an EP, an album, you need to choose one song. And you need to focus on that one and go all in on that one. So decide on that first. The step one is, which is the hit? Which is you think has got the best chance? Which one is got the most streams, got the most response on social media? One of the ways I tell artists, to some of my students that I work with, is look at your posts. Like when you promoted songs, which one's got the most shares? Which songs got the most comments? That's probably the one. You want to look for these indicators so you're not blindly just promoting whatever song you think works. You want to choose the song that fans have raised their hands and said, that's the one. Because I've gone and made music videos and lyric videos for songs that I should not have. I had no business doing. I had no data. All I had was a hunch. And I don't want to go off a hunch anymore. I want to go off the data, proven. I want it proved that this is the hit, so I'm going to promote it. All right, so we got to decide on the song first. Second is, you got a couple different options here. You can look up Spotify playlists yourself. Personal people. I have Spotify playlists that have lots of followers, right? And I add my songs to them, right? And I add some other people's songs. Well, there's millions of other people like me that have way bigger playlists, right? That are focused on your genre of music, and you just got to search those down. You got to look through Spotify. Right? That's what that tool is. And you can find all kinds of playlists. Some people have their contact info on there. Sometimes you got to hunt it down on Facebook. You got to hunt it down on LinkedIn, Twitter, and find these people. Some people are very elusive and they don't want to be found. All right. So there's that. All right. So then that just takes work, or you hire somebody to do that for you. Hire your brother, your sister, a bandmate, or a virtual assistant on Fiverr or Upwork or onlinejobs.ph. All right, there's a bunch of different places you can hire a virtual assistant for like $5-6 an hour to do that for you. You just got to make sure you create a video explaining what it is you want, and then you get them to do it while you're at work. All right, there's your first team member. Second option, and I want you to be very careful with this, is you hire a playlist company. All right. So a company that already has relationships with Spotify curators for different playlists, hopefully within your genre. But you want to be very careful of bots. You want to make sure it's legit. If they're over-promising stuff, it's probably too good to be true, and you're wasting your money, your time, and you're not getting real fans, real streams. All right. So be very careful with that. There are some legit companies, all right? And I talk about those on my next 10X Your Fanbase challenge. All right, go to 10xyourfanbase.com/live challenge. For 5 days, we're focusing on Spotify. Get a VIP ticket, and you can ask me questions live over Zoom every day. It's going to be crazy. The third thing that you can do, and this is what I highly recommend, this is better than Facebook or Instagram ads, better than TikTok ads potentially, is Spotify ads. I always say, you want to fish where the fish are. If you run Facebook or Instagram ads to Spotify, when that person clicks on your ad, like if I see your ad and I click on it, I don't remember my username and password for Spotify. I know I have my Spotify app installed, but all these people that see your ad and they click on it, and you're seeing all these clicks in Facebook and Instagram, and you're wondering why you're not seeing it show up in Spotify, it's because they don't have the app, or they don't know their username and password, and you're trying to get them to jump from one platform to another one. And so there's this thing called attrition. You're losing people. They're clicking and then they're bouncing and they're going back, because you got to remember, you're interrupting them from scrolling in their feed. They're not even listening to music. They're scrolling, looking at their phone, at the social media post, and you're trying to get them to go now listen to your music. So one, you're trying to interrupt them to do something that they're not doing. Second, you're trying to get them to go to a different platform or app. Thirdly, they're just not, they don't even know who you are, right? So like they don't know, like, and trust you yet. So you're trying to do all these things. And so you're like, well, what do I do, Chris? Well, you run Spotify ads. Number one, they're already listening and on Spotify. You're not having to get them to jump to a different platform. They're not only on the platform you're trying to grow, so you're fishing where the fish are, but they're already doing what you want them to do, which is listening to music. Thirdly, if you're targeting them correctly and you're putting your music in front of the right people, then they're going to respond to the ad more likely. Fourthly, if your song is good, mixed, a good written song, not trash, not outdated, and not just good but great, because there's no room for good anymore, let's just be honest, right? Then they're going to come over there, they're going to stream your song. But what's really cool, in the Spotify ads data, they're going to show you how many more streams you got, how many saves you got, what was the listener intent, how many people added it to playlists, so much other amazing data that you get. And so you're fishing where the fish are. You're promoting, and it's like you can exactly see what you're getting back. Now, the problem is, for most artists, you won't make the $250 minimum investment, because that's what you need, and you won't stay in it long enough, and you won't grow it long enough until you get momentum. All right? But the other thing is too, and this is why I really want you to come to the challenge, is because you might run one ad, but your ad wasn't good. The call to action wasn't right. The song wasn't right. And so you're going to go and spend this $250 and you might not get the right bang for your buck. Here's my point that I want to run with this. I did 2 ads. Both I spent $250 on. One got me 200 new listeners. The other one got me 800 new listeners. So one performed 4 times better. Even if it performed 2 times better, that's a huge lift. And so what's the point? You want to make sure you're spending and investing your money wisely, right? You want to make sure. So don't give up. You got to split test different ads. You got to try stuff. The whole point is, don't give up. Don't quit. Like I always say, a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. Make sure you go to 10xyourfanbase.com/live challenge. Get yourself a VIP ticket, and I'll see you on this challenge to blow up your Spotify.